guys, it's Joshua Reviews. Tomorrow's Halloween, so I gotta hurry up on these reviews. It's kind of crazy. This October has really come and gone, hasn't it? Feels like it was just yesterday when I started. Anyways, today we're going to be looking at a movie that is very interesting. So, I would like to say I'm somewhere in the middle when it comes to my knowledge with Sleepy Hollow and the Headless Horseman. Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. So, this movie came out in 1999. 1999, man, that was a year. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. I'm blanking. Anyways, so, Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. So, I am well enough aware about the knowledge. I know enough about the Sleepy Hollow legend and the Headless Horseman, but my knowledge only goes so far. But it's okay, because I'm told this movie's not accurate. So, anyways, with that being said, so this movie follows Johnny Depp's character, Ichabod Crane. I actually remember that name. Wow. Really happy about that. Anyways, Ichabod Crane, he is sent down to basically look at a series of murders. He's kind of like a modern day scientist, medical examiner, or whatever. I forgot exactly what he is or what the profession is, but he's sent down to go and basically take a look at a bunch of murders that are happening. And his science and, medical examinations are like highly advanced, at least for the time being. And he finds out that there are these killings that are happening and all the victims' heads are severed, clean cut. And he soon finds out that it's a Headless Horseman. So, first off, if you guys, for whatever reason, don't know Tim Burton or Johnny Depp, you're living under a rock. Anyways, Johnny Depp is one of those actors where he delivers on every role that he plays. I have yet to see him in a bad movie. I first knew about Johnny Depp from the Willy Wonka remake, which I love. I love both versions of Willy Wonka, and Johnny Depp is great in the remake. He's great in this movie, too. He gives an exceptional role as Ichabod Crane, and he's so odd in the role. It honestly did kind of remind me of the Willy Wonka remake a little bit because of how odd his character is here. He's kind of like, he's like that one NPC character you meet in Red Dead 2 where he's like, my inventions are going to be outstanding one of these days. He has this bunch of modern medicine, these tools and gadgets he used to try to solve the murders that are taking place. And I like that. I really like how he's really trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. And typically in these types of movies, that's where the characters would just kind of push him to the side and be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy because you use these gizmos and gadgets and these weird things. But no, surprisingly, this is a first for me. This movie doesn't have that trope where it's like the character's kind of outcast and like, no, they actually welcome him with open arms because they're like, we need to know what's going on with these murders. And surprisingly refreshing. But I also really like how Johnny Depp's character is weird in this movie, but I like that. He's not weird to the point where it's just like, what the fuck? It's more like, okay, that's kind of silly. In a pretty dark scenario, I might add, this movie is very, very dark. One of the things I really like about this movie is how dark and gloomy and gothic it feels. This movie really reminds me of 1940s and 50s, Universal monster movies where it was all about like special effects and creature designs and makeup and, just an overall gothic, like there was a gothic feel to those movies that you don't really see a lot of nowadays. And I kind of miss that. One of the things I don't like, and I want to say this. I like the new Wolfman. I like the new Invisible Man movie that we got, but a part of me misses the gothic feel of those old films. And this movie, which caught me by surprise because I had no idea what this movie was about, other than it was about Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Tim Burton. Besides all that, I had no idea what I was getting myself into, so I was surprised when it was like in the gothic era, and the production design and just the movie magic that's presented on screen is really, really good. I mean, Tim Burton is a great director. He nails every film. Like, even if he makes a movie that it may not be for you, he knows how to deliver the tone and atmosphere, and he knows how to make some weird shit, just like the creator of Salad Fingers. And it's not disrespect, by the way. That's just me saying that weird people do weird things, but it's good art. So, but I really liked the way this story unfolded as it continued, and how Headless Horseman in this movie is a menace. He is straight up killing people left and right, and it's very brutal. I was not expecting this movie to be as brutal as it was. I don't think I've seen a brutal Tim Burton movie like this before. Maybe I need to watch Sweeney Todd. That's a movie I need to watch. And I also love how, even though this is in the gothic, this is a gothic horror movie, that does not mean this isn't a Halloween movie. There are pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns and fall leaves in the background. This is an October movie, and I love that. I love the soundtrack. It's really good. I do want to mention this. I do think towards the middle and even towards the end a little bit, the story does get a little convoluted with its plot and narrative. I got a little confused on what was going on, because about midway through, you learn some information that wasn't like established in the beginning, that I was kind of like, huh, okay. And by the end, when the twist is revealed on like what's going on and why the Headless Horseman is killing these certain people, it's like, oh, wait. Oh, I understand. Wait. It's kind of one of those things where it's like you have to scratch your head and kind of go, okay, I understand that, but it's going to take a little bit for me to fully understand it, if you get what I'm saying. Any of you guys seen the first Mission Impossible movie? The first movie, right? The first movie. It's a good movie. But I think we can all agree the story is convoluted. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means it takes a little while for you to kind of get invested and into it because of how convoluted it can be at sometimes. But if you're paying attention, you'll understand it. And I even thought that the twist was really good in this movie. I was surprised with how much I actually enjoyed it. And that's not to say that the whole convoluted story is like a bad thing. It's just more so like, it kind of lost me in certain parts, but then it quickly regained my attention towards the end. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say about this movie before I give my final thoughts. I also think that so I already talked about the characters, but I want to talk about how much that I do like the characters' dynamics between each other. All the characters are likable, and you really do get a sense of like who they are. They're memorable. Obviously, Ichabod Crane is, he's great. I love this character in the movie. I mean, Johnny Depp gives it 1,000,000%. And we get a short cameo from Christopher Lee, R.I.P. He is great for the short period of time he's in it. And I think that's about it, really, yeah. Overall, this is a really fun movie. Is it perfect? Almost. There's a few things in it that kind of, I think, kind of keep it from being great. There are some directions that they head towards the middle and end that kind of make you scratch your head a little bit. And if you're not paying attention, this movie can be pretty confusing. But overall, this movie is a lot of fun and a great October, fall, spooky, gothic movie. So I'm going to go ahead and give this movie an A-. This was a lot of fun. Yeah. So anyways, next review, I'm going to be talking about a Scarecrow movie. Ooh. I don't think I talked about it. Wait. Is this going to be the first Scarecrow movie I do this October? Wow, it might be.
I am the Headless Horseman.